Everybody a chance to get in here. Y'all, we are going to be talking about different timelines and how people has been left. Okay. So y'all get on in here. Okay. Get your snacks, get your drink, and let's have this discussion tonight. What's up, third shift? Happy Saturday, everybody. Okay. Y'all, I told you we getting back to what we used to do. Okay. And me coming and doing more lives and things like that. Okay. Class is in session tonight. Okay. Yeah, and guys, I'm also offering $20 mini reads if you would like to take advantage of that. Okay, I know it's Christmas. Everybody's kind of tight on money, things like that. It's all good, right? So yeah. Sometimes you just don't need the whole reading. Sometimes you just need a little bit of advice to move forward. Uh yeah. All right. Collective. Different timelines got some people left. And I want to discuss this because remember how I always talk about people's on their own journey, different times, things like this, right? Hey babies, that's going to be very, very important going into 2026. Spirit saying that you're going to see certain things play out. Okay, so it's going to be like deja vu. Y'all already been there. Y'all already know what's coming down the pipeline, right? That's why a lot of the collective is sitting in an energy of like, wow, I already watched this play out, on this timeline in 2015, 14, 22, 17, 18, 19. You see what I'm saying? Things like that. You said it's okay, 4:55. Okay. AM, right. So it's like you watching this is giving you a sense of clarity. Okay. Probably a little shocked and saying, wow, remember what I said about scratching the surface? That part. All right, y'all, let's get some Palo Santo burning and let's get a prayer. Beloved ancestor spirit guides to the Most High God, I call on Archangel Michael for protection. Anybody sending anything physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, please block and blind them. I call back our energy and send theirs back with full forgiveness in all forms to the universe at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the Most High God. Thank you, babies. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Because, see, we're going to go and we're going to talk about astrology for a minute. There are certain planets here in certain timelines where these planets has not been active at all, okay? They've been kind of like sitting in the background 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, right? And now the planets is moving. Certain placements are moving, and it's like, ooh, what just happened here? Hey, hey, babies. So we're sitting and you're watching how whenever these planets get to move, like Age of Aquarius, when it comes in, the big kapow, right? That's happening. Okay, pay attention. That's because also whatever timeline you left behind, Spirit was telling you get your shit in order then. Some people listen, some people didn't. Right? Hey babies. So with that being said, remember how we said you can't go back and save people? This is why. Because possibly on that timeline that you jumped, you was really like out here like, okay, I want to save the whole world. I want to do this. I want to do that. But you can't take the whole world with you if they don't want to go. Right? So now it was like, let me start going inward and focusing more on me. I promise you that the right people gonna follow, right? And a lot of people, when them timelines collapse, there were some people that come with you, and they started understanding their own assignment, right? But that's why you was there, is to help them understand that timeline had to collapse. Okay, had to move that out of the way. And now here we are with the last new moon in 2025 in Sagittarius, right? You know, Sagittarius is like the bow and arrow. Okay, now it's like, okay, we're shooting up. Where are we going, right? Where is your bow and arrow shooting right now? So that's going to be really, really important, because you are remembering it, like I said, deja vu, whatever's happening on these timelines, and there's people that got left. So it's like, oh wow. Remember now, you gave them a life jacket. Did they give it to somebody else? Or did they throw it back at you and be like, oh, I don't need you to save me. I can save myself. I can do this. I can. Okay. What did I say the other day about people fighting with their own belief systems? You can't fight with them. They got to figure that out. They got to go within and figure out what that is, that they need to, that they're missing, or what void needs to be filled, or whatever the case may be, because everybody got their own journey, right? Life is handing out lessons. When you got your lesson handed to you, you read in detail that contract, collective. Okay? Y'all remember when I said, if y'all still here with me on this channel, you jump timelines with me? And a lot of y'all was like, VG, I can tell. It's different. Because it was time for you to leave that karmic contract, that karmic timeline back there. You got to let everything just fall, right? So you can move forward. Well, here we are again. It's time for that timeline to collapse again. Okay, the winter solstice is happening on the 21st. So it's resting time from the 21st to the 25th, where the sun is coming, right? And the light is being shined down. What do we say about the sun? You can't stop the sun from rising. The sun's always going to shine. As much darkness as they try to put on it, it's not going to work, right? So intuitively, I've been picking up between the 21st through the 25th in December, okay? We got another timeline collapse that's happening, okay? Y'all are feeling the shifts of the energy, and it's pulling and it's tugging. But see, if you already done went through your transformation and you're not holding on to anything, you done surrendered something, that pull and tug ain't so hard on you. It's hard on the ones who don't see the lesson that they need to be learning, right? It's going to be very significant. All right, tell me about this different timeline. Okay, of people being left. Because, see, this is the thing, collective. You got to be teachable on this journey. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You can be 65, 68, 70. Guess what that 70-year-old was going to tell you? I'm still learning today. You got people here that think that they got it all figured out already at the age of 32. Life don't start getting interesting until you hit your 40s. Shit, by the time you're 50, you want to have your feet planted and have some shit together, right? Something about this. But you got people that try to compromise that to where you couldn't have your feet planted. They always wanted to be able to hold that rug and pull it out from underneath you, right? What would we say about them individuals trying to play God in your life? Yeah, those people. Now they're in this Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords energy. Because, see, that's where they wanted you to be. But you let that old shit collapse back there. You was like, man, fuck this, I gotta go. Somebody's lifting this energy, okay? Because they didn't want to walk away. And now they're heartbroken. But see, you got to get in this boat and go. Cause you wasn't gonna collapse with that timeline back there. You was gonna go on and go and get your ass on down the road. You see what I'm saying? Temperance. Archangel Michael is here. Exactly. And see, somebody wanted you to think that about yourself, collective. Exactly what you said, sis. Their system is no longer brings long lasting abundance, longevity, peace, happiness. Because it was full of greed, lies, deception, destiny swapping. Oh, I'm gonna get close to you so I can do this, this, and this. So I can stay in your energy. And your spirit team come through and said, go on and abandon that. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Tell me about Archangel Michael coming through, helping you move the karma waters from some injustice here, okay? And it's like, yeah, you gotta let that shit go. You gotta go on and move forward and do what's best for you. And if somebody feels like you're being selfish with that, then they don't need to go on your journey with you anyways. If somebody feels some type of way because you're having to choose yourself, people, places, things, situations, whatever, they don't deserve to be on your journey anyways, because that means they ain't on their own, right? And it's like, hold on, what's going on here? You don't have no compassion for others and things like that. What did I say about people being arrogant and act like they're so perfect in their life? It's just all put together and this, and this. This is a timeline that's about to crash. And I feel like something about the 21st through the 25th, something about this timeline here is about to crash for somebody because they are not seeing things for what they are. Somebody has their nose so far up in the air that they ain't smelling the shit that's right there in front of their face. Hierophant in reverse. And this person could be watching you. Queen of Swords in reverse. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, somebody don't see something that's like right. They cannot smell the shit that's right up under their nose, and it's about to just spew out everywhere. And this could just be somebody that's cold and heartless, and they don't have compassion for others, okay? And it's like your spirit team is coming in and saying, oh, we're going to show you about that. Because, see, you're going to need somebody's compassion. You're going to be begging somebody to have compassion for you. Something about this collective? Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. All right, tell me about this energy here. This, because somebody's being left in the cold here. Some type of communication here. They're fixing to get possibly about their own foundation. There could be some kind of investigator, okay, that's coming to this person's home. Because somebody took a leap of faith here and done something with this King of Wands in reverse. And they think something wasn't seen, but that's the truth, though. Something was seen what they done with this King of Wands in reverse. For some money. The Star in reverse. Yeah, somebody's very unhealed. And somebody here is called to get this together, okay? Thank you, love. Somebody's not getting a new beginning. Yeah, see, that's another thing, okay? With Aries going into Saturn, we was talking about this last night. Aries rules the head. Anybody that still got their head in their ass, let me just give it to you honest, instead of breaking it down to astrology terms. If anybody still got their head in their ass and ain't got their mind right, okay, and still out here overindulging and thinking that they're God and they can take over everything and they can do this and that. Baby, their mind's gonna be like scrambled eggs, okay? Pretty much. Cause see, Aries rules the head, and now where Aries is going, people's mind ain't gonna be right. And you already see some of these delusional ass people walking around. Like, well, why are you having such a hard time? What's wrong with you? Well, I don't know. Billions of people lost their job. They've been flooded out of their houses. Groceries are so fucking extremely high that motherfuckers cannot eat. People are sitting here. They got other people helping them with Christmas, and they're being ungrateful. I know y'all seen those videos. I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me? A complete stranger's going to buy your kids Christmas, and you're over here, and this wasn't good enough. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you? What is wrong with people? Them is the type of people y'all we're discussing right now. Ungrateful. They don't see the bigger picture. You know, there's some families out here that's just hoping and praying that they got a ham and some motherfucking biscuits on the table to feed their motherfucking kids. While you're out here bitching and complaining about somebody not fucking buying your kids a brand new device, go to fucking work and you buy it then, right? Oh, okay. That's why I said 2026 ain't finna be nice to you ungrateful motherfuckers that don't got no compassion. You're over here and you're like, oh, well, some people work 2 or 3 jobs and are still late on their rent and having a problem. Stop judging people because you don't know somebody's situation. And then a lot of y'all be meddling, and it's worse than stealing. Because you be trying to get information on somebody just so you can go gossip about them. What I say about laughing at people's struggles. Don't laugh at people's struggles. Because while you're doing that, I promise you, yours could be brewing behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Because, see, somebody sees you over here celebrating and they're mad as fuck because they was wishing on your downfall. They're mad because you keep getting back up, collective. They're mad because you keep doing what you're supposed to do. What did I say earlier today? You ain't broke if your motherfucking bills are paid. If you got a little bit of food in the cabinets, you got and your bills is paid and taken care of, you ain't broke. You're blessed. Period. Right? You don't sit there and wait and watch somebody constantly sit there and pick at them and kick them whenever you get a chance. That's why these timelines keep collapsing and you keep jumping timelines, because this is how people's always treated you in your life, right? And it's like, man, it ain't right. King of Cups in reverse. Somebody got no fucking emotions here. So this Queen of Swords, this King of Wands, and this King of Cups over here is all in reverse. What's going on with these people? They ain't celebrating now. Now they got group conflict. Now they fighting. Because now the officials is rushing in and about to set some shit straight here. Okay? Mm-hmm. Tell me about these free energies here. What's going on here? Two of these people could be in a relationship together. Or this is one woman that's been sleeping with 2 men at the same time. Okay, there's a monitoring spirit right there. Another. Somebody can't be sneaky anymore. Ooh. Okay. It's a gnat. Y'all see what I'm saying? Somebody being like a gnat in your energy and keep on coming at you and coming at you. But this is what they're doing behind the scenes. Y'all see what I'm saying? I feel like like this is the end of karmic cycles. I don't feel like this is the end. Okay, the world is getting a whole new makeover, and the vibration is being raised. And anybody that is in a very low vibrational state, you're gonna watch them have endings. That's what I feel like. I feel like the narrative that those people tried to push, they're chewing on their words right now. Um, you had all these people thinking one thing, but now everybody in the whole wide world is watching other things go on. Okay. When you know what I'm talking about. You can't keep on trying to push a narrative, and it's wild because you can control it. You can try to control a lot of things, but you can't control Mother Nature. You get what I'm putting down here? And they said, oh, this will never happen. Oh, that's never going to happen. And it's happening fucking right now. And everybody's sitting here like, whoa, hold on. Because of the fucking lying ass narrative they push for control. You can't control Mother Nature. A lot of people's stories are going to be out in the news media because a lot of this shit is connected. It's like a damn chain link fence. You see what I'm saying? Yes. And we all called for karmic justice. We all want our justice. We want things to be balanced out. We want peace. So first everything's got to be broken down and built back up. It's like, say you owned a property and it got hit by Katrina, right? So now you get to rebuild your whole foundation. And yeah, it's now you get to start all over again. That's what's going on here, right? And building a stronger foundation and looking at things for what it is and not what you want it to be. How was your last foundation built? Right? That's what we need to be looking at. When timelines collapse, did I use cheap concrete? Did I have the right construction workers out there helping me build this? I feel like it's going to be a spiritual, like, timeline collapse, right? Because we're going into the winter solstice, which is, very, very important. This is where the sun is going to be very, very bright and coming back around. Because, see, everything has to run its course and coming back around, right? So the light is going to be brought back in on Christmas Day, the rising, right? And new things are opening up. Everything can grow again. Then you have certain transits that's going into Aries. But see, Aries rules the head, the mind, the brain. And if people do not have their mind right, you're going to see them just deplete themselves. They're not even going to know what to do. Because so many people want to live in an illusion like, well, why are you having such a hard time? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? But the same people that's telling you these things is the same ones that ain't never had to go out there and worry about having a home, worry about having food, worrying about being laid off from a job, or, going through that gang stalking or whatever the case may be. If somebody's never been through your situation, they can't tell you how to feel about it. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem with some people. They're so blinded by what they don't understand. How you gonna judge somebody when you ain't never been through it? That's why we don't judge over here. If you've been through something, we're trying to understand and get a better understanding. Like, if you done been through something in life and I've never been there, I promise you, I'm gonna send you to somebody who's been in your situation, and they're gonna be able to help you process your emotions and help you move forward. Right? That's what this is about. That's why we gotta let the old timelines collapse and keep moving and do what we need to do. And you don't need no sneaky motherfuckers around you that's over here doing A, B, C, or D. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everybody sitting at your table, they need to be, everybody needs to be on the same page. Okay? Whenever we open the book up, shit, we all need to be reading on the same motherfucking page. Yeah. But you got investigators that investigate nothing but gang stalking. You have investigators online that investigate nothing but online crimes. But they're sitting here saying, oh, I don't believe you. Oh, this is not happening. Why do we have divisions like this? Why do we have people who are hired for these jobs? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Okay, but they'll sit here and tell you the whole time. No, that's not true. Now that y'all remember how I always say, be careful what you say in these chats because they're being monitored. There is online crime investigators for pedophilia, for trafficking, all this stuff. Okay, everything. Let me just cram it all in there. Okay, that's why I always say, hey y'all, ain't nothing being unseen. Digital footprint. And it's so crazy because they thought they was untouchable. Oh, well, you're never gonna know. You're gonna never know it was me. No, but they will. That's their job. Hello. That's what I was talking about. I don't know how long you've been watching me, but me and my husband was watching something, came up on my timeline. They pulled up to a woman's house, multiple people's house, and said, "Hey, you're we need to talk to you." I'm an online criminal investigator. Yeah, where's your devices at? Mm-hmm. Put them in handcuffs and locked them up. Because they seen everything they was doing on their iPads, their computers, their cell phones, and all of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? So they can try to force you into this fear and say nobody believes you and this and this. Baby, they got fucking people that just do these certain type of jobs. Don't be letting people finesse you and lie to you and everything else. Look at whenever you step out in your town. Baby, everything's on camera. Everything. The corner store, the grocery store, the Walgreens, the motherfucking Walmart, your apartment complex out there at your house, you got cameras, they got cameras, they got this, they got that. Yeah. You said yesterday I forgot to mention one more information, not one head, but also relationship issues will suffer medical conditions below the stomach region due to okay. And see, I was talking about somebody that thank you so much for coming here tonight. I was talking about somebody was attacking the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the stomach area, and that's why I was saying something about maybe changing your diet, fasting. There was maybe just you need to start eating fruits and vegetables. You need to start doing a parasite cleanse, things like this. If you don't know nothing about no parasite cleanse, please look it up. Okay, you can do it yourself. Literally, like it's super easy. Okay, and people need to start paying attention to that. Cause see, if that's what's going to be affected, you want to start working on these areas. If y'all notice, a lot of people has been focused on their health, getting in the gym, and all of this stuff. They're learning about herbs and different things like this. Thank you so much for the $5. We already done got a head start on all of this collective. Y'all see what I'm saying? Changing your eating habits, the whole the parasite, all of this stuff, cleansing your chakras, spiritual hygiene. You're already on top of all of this. So why everybody over here struggling and doing this and doing that? Do y'all notice how you already got a routine? Oh, okay. I'm just saying. So while everybody's over here under attack trying to figure out this and trying to figure out that and don't even know what's going on, child, you're going to be sitting here saying, you know how, this is where I was saying all my light workers, my herbalists, my earth angels, my star seeds, astrologers, prophets, all y'all. Okay, listen. You want to know what your calling is? Coming to the motherfucking front line right now. Coming to the front line. Because you've got people that need your assistance. Stop wandering around trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. You already know what it is. How did you heal yourself? This is the timeline that's got to collapse, because you're gonna have a whole bunch of fucking zombies running around here not knowing what the fuck to do, and they're all gonna find their way somewhere into the spiritual community. Watch what I tell y'all. Okay? Mm-hmm. You're gonna see your business pick up so much in 2026 because so many people is going to be literally needing some kind of mental health, physical, something. Because everybody's starting to pick up on the spiritual warfare that's happening. Right? That's why we was talking about, if you've been fine-tuning your craft and mastering what you do, your copycat can't hold on to that. Because, see, they're only doing it for monetary gain. Y'all stay with me now. You've actually felt that pain. You know what you've been through. So you're going to be that teacher that steps up to the podium, okay, and helps people. Are you a SA victim? Are you a domestic violence victim? Are you in recovery? And I'm talking about for my people that's in real recovery, not the ones who's out here faking and you done traded one thing for another. We're not talking to you. Because, see, y'all are going to be exposed as well. Stop lying to people that you are out here and you're doing this, right? But you really ain't doing this, because these people are in pain. They're hurting. They are going through things. Stop sugarcoating shit and acting like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But then you over there grabbing the bottle, getting drunk and turning up with your homegirls and doing some shit. There is somebody out here that their liver's fucking suffering because they've been drinking for 30 years and they need to figure out how the fuck to get off the bottle. You see what I'm saying? Stop that, y'all. That's what I'm saying. People who really ain't about this life, you're going to start seeing them, okay? And it's like, oh, wow. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's towers. For whoever these people are, this King of Wands, this King of Cups, this Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, yeah, it's a tower here. Two people is being thrown out. The devil's in the details with something here, collective. Okay, something about, look, playing with the Empress's money. Listen now, the Empress, playing with your stability, with your Nine of Pentacles, okay? Because, see, you were supposed to already be in the 10, but you got two, three hating motherfuckers back here want to make sure that you stay in the 5 because that's their destiny. Somebody, y'all, some of these people, okay? Y'all, thank you so much for the gifts. Some of these people are meant to, their contract is to be that person. Okay? To be your lesson. That's it. Because they don't know how to evolve. None of that. They was never, that's not the contract they signed. They signed this contract to come in and be a disruption in your life. Let that timeline fall. You see what I'm saying? When we surrender, you're helping the timeline fall. Because you're saying, okay, I'm letting it go. And this morning, I felt that energy. I felt a lot of y'all release so much. Okay? And today you woke up and you're feeling a little better. It's more you've got this something to look forward to. You wanna know why? Cause your ass finally released some shit that wasn't yours. I don't know about y'all, but VG, I'm not carrying his, mine, theirs, and ours, and all that other shit into 2026, the winter solstice with me. I'm not doing that. Folks gotta figure it out. You see what I'm saying? That's why whenever spirit come through and said it ain't no more warnings, collective, you got your life jacket put on you, okay? Don't be taking your life jacket off and saving somebody else that fucking ripped yours off in the past. You see what I'm saying? And y'all surrendered this shit, and I'm proud of y'all. So all I'm saying is, FYI, if you're dealing with a King of Wands, a Queen of Swords in reverse, a King of Cups in reverse, whoever these people are for you, you ain't gonna be able to rush in and save them. Because they said fuck your life jacket whenever you try to save them. That part. Okay? Death, endings. Queen of Wands, endings. King of Wands, endings. Queen of Swords, endings. You notice? Because these are all the karmics has been back here just doing things and running rampant like nobody was going to see. And they're fixing to fall with this timeline and they don't get it because this got to go. This energy has been forced and pushed out, and that's it. That's all. Because we're raising the higher consciousness level here. Because we're all coming together finally and getting on the same frequency. And when we all speaking things the way that we do, y'all, that's powerful. Very, very powerful. Let that shit fall. Let it go. Because they always want to keep causing illusions, okay? What else we got here, Spirit? You're walking right into your 10 of cups. That's exactly right, because your hands are too full. Judgment. And y'all, whatever you surrender, this could be mental, this could be physical, this could be emotional, this could be spiritual, this could be financial, a belief system, something about this right here. And you finally are understanding when somebody comes in with that fishy cup, hold on, like karmic family, this takes you back to, okay, how'd they do you in the childhood? What wounds did you have to like look at here and say, man? Because don't get me wrong, some people evolve, but some people don't. That's exactly right. And it's wild that that you're talking about that as well, because I feel like 2025 tested a lot of relationships where people found out if they was in like a real relationship or was it a karmic lesson, right? And especially with like your partner and then with family as well. Like people's really like being tested right now, like, oh shit, what's going on here? Because the collector is being shoved out in the middle of the ocean and they trying to poke holes in your boat and throw you over the other side and all this other shit. Are you gonna let them throw you on the other side, or you gonna take control of the boat, right? Because in the past, they threw your ass off of your own foundation. See? Now the foundation that you build now ain't nobody gonna have in. They're not gonna have that access to you. Because if it's that easy for you to come in and shut down my foundation, it was rocky anyway. So then I need to go reevaluate and rebuild something over here that's not that you ain't going to be able to come in and do what you need to do. Okay? And that's the thing, right? And a lot of people are finding out that their foundation is not being built on a solid foundation. It's been on lies and manipulation, gaslighting, trauma bonding, whatever this is, whatever ship this is for you, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all's families didn't know that y'all are the master magician, the shaman, the healer. Um, and they thought they was all gonna come in and overpower you. Okay, I'm just telling y'all. Listen now. And when you stepped in your power, I know it's itching. That's confirmation. When you stepped in your power, everybody had to sit back. They're like, "Well, what just happened here?" Because you started understanding who you was. Then you become a problem. You remember how we always say you when it takes all of these people to come after you and they still can't seem to take you down, you're very, very powerful. Once you stepped into that, ain't no coming back. You see what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Y'all, can I tell you something? When that torch was passed down to you, your beloved ancestors knew that you could handle that type of power. That you was going to be humble. You wasn't going to go out here and use your magic for bad things. Use your gift for bad things. They knew what they was doing, handing it down to you because you had compassion. And you know how to transmute that energy. And you know how to help others. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, however. Right? That's why their light, your light irritates their demons because they want that light. That's helping them. But they don't understand. You could come in and help them too, right? But collective, the fact of the matter is, you got to let that timeline collapse and go. That's why they're being left behind. They want that light for different reasons, okay? Not for the same reason that you use it for. The veil has been lifted about so many people sitting in this darkness, and they're not really on their pathway. All they was caring about was this actual money, and that's it. And they possibly have been doing this since you was a child, okay? And now they're upset because divine feminine, you're not the Jezebel spirit, and whatever you do for occupation, y'all see the doctor's coat right there. You're some kind of healer of some sort here, and this is what you do. You see what I'm saying?
shootout back there. There was like 10, 12 shots back there, bro. Back in the cut, like you know when we leave out, I go to the right. Apartments back there, it's like 10, 12 shots. Just went out.
The confirmation, y'all. My husband just said there's a shooting back here behind our building in the neighborhood. Like 10 to 12 shots. Somebody's in bondage here. They are fighting and they don't know what to do. That's confirmation. I feel like also if when the torch was passed down to you, collective, whoever this is, they're like literally wanting to fight this beloved ancestor of yours that passed down this torch to you. See? Thank you for being here with us. I hope you subscribe to the channel. It's a beautiful thing because I've really been trying to incorporate astrology into my readings because it helps people really understand what's going on day to day with the energy and how everything shifts and things like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because they passed the torch down to you, collective. So now they want to fight them, and it's like whenever they're coming up to fight them, they know how many other elders are sitting at that table. Because you was passed down something that you was gonna have compassion for. You wanted to reach out. You wanted to help people. You wanted to do. They knew that they was gonna do something evil with it, though. Something about this. That's right. And when people start understanding that, their life will be so much easier because it's like, listen, once you go read your blueprint, your life gets so much easier. You will literally miss out on so much stuff, right? Because you're going to keep jumping timelines. You're going to keep on avoiding this tower, staying focused on you. Oh, okay. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so you've been with you at OG. You've been with me since the Vision Goddess Tarot channel. Yeah, so you already know. You've seen how far this journey has taken me. So it's like I said, sometimes when you think that you're standing on solid ground, and something can be wiped away so fast. Yeah, hey, listen now, teaches you a lot because it's like, whoa, I gotta keep my eyes on this, and this. Oh, wait a minute, what you step in? Yeah. Now somebody will put themselves in bondage here because they want to fight with this beloved ancestor, and this beloved ancestor could literally be that grandfather, that grandmother, or somebody was in the service, and now they sit at the table saying, "We don't give no warnings. Everybody's not fixing to be nice to you anymore. That's over with." Somebody's granddaddy could be a Capricorn here. See? Thank you guys for all y'all's love and support. Yeah, she comes through every now and then. Twin flame. Y'all, this could be one of y'all's twin flame. Literally, that's getting their ass handed to them. I'm telling y'all. Okay? Miss Kim, how's your son doing? High priestess. Okay? Yeah. I love you guys too, to the bottom of my heart and soul. Somebody's in poverty and their flying monkeys is all falling with them. I feel like he's playing a big role right now because he's sick of what everybody's doing to you. Because I know there's quite a few people that works in the medical field that's having a real tough time right now. And y'all chose that job because that's what you love to do, is to help people. Yeah, some people chose it for the monetary gain or whatever, but there is some people in the medical field that's your calling, right? And you could care less about this, and this. You just want to help people. Okay. He's going to be vindicated, sis. I need you to write this down. I release this, and I call karmic justice for my son, and he's going to be vindicated. Don't worry about it. Thank you, bub. I appreciate that. Yeah. Sis. Spirit is not going to let that fly. They're not going to let that fly at all. I want you to pay attention. He got arrested on December the 9th on a 9-day. That's an ending. Okay. This is a lesson for him though. He needs to be paying attention to this lesson and that girl he was dealing with. Okay? And I'm sure you've already told him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen, that right there, yeah. You're welcome, sis. Listen, it's all good. I know that things has been really crazy and I was supposed to get back with you. Listen. VG been busy, okay? Baby, you say I've been busy. I'm putting that work in, trying to, incorporate more content into the channel, and yeah. Well, sometimes spirit will take us and set us in jail to make us realize, smack that ass. Okay? I don't know how many people's had to have that ass smacked and be sitting in jail, and then you finally, your light bulb finally goes off. I feel like his light bulb gonna go off. Especially when the motherfucking detectives come in there and let him know A, B, C, or D. And like, whoa, hold on, wait. Yeah. He may not even fucking want his clothes out of her house once he finds out what the fuck is really going on here. And look, sis, I don't mean no harm, but this is pissing me off, and I just gotta say this. Her family's fucking racist. They didn't want them together anyways. So they're doing whatever they can do to try to do this to him. Because he is a black man. Period. Yeah, he don't get it. So you said that your story is on a Leo moon sign, was insulted badly by a Virgo father, Leo mother for 11, an Aquarius moon sign daughter who betrayed my trust and loyalty. She said to me, "You don't have money." Hmm. And with the low vibrational Virgo and Leo like that, they're very, very like materialistic, perfectionist type shit. It's like their reputation matters so much, and their money and all of this stuff. Everything matters what the outside world has to say, and they have taught your daughter that. Cause see, that goes back to childhood trauma. They both was probably raised up poor, poverty, lack mindset type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you come in to break that cycle and break that generational curse. Because money's not love. Money is not love. I was raised by a Virgo father. That was my father's love language. Was money. Never not once gave me a hug. Never not once said I'm proud of you. Every time any interaction, he was coming out of his pocket to give me a $50 bill, $100 bill. This, you know what I'm saying? I always had the best of everything. But I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. All I'm saying is that was his love language, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted my dad to hug me and say, you know what, I love you and I'm very proud of you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like now, okay, as a grown woman, I could give a fuck about a man's money because the way my father and the way he threw it around and shit like that, I don't give a fuck about money. Cause I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. When I am looking at a relationship, I'm looking at that person, not what's their monetary status, like shit like that, right? Thank you, babies. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And that's what people don't understand. Okay, if you're marrying for money, then go marry you somebody, and y'all make that agreement, right? Interesting thing is that I told her in 2021 you would cheat on me because of your father. 1 year before this happened in the 2022, it comes true because you knew where her heart was. She was only with you for money. And the reason that you settled for that is because the family home that you grew up in, it was about the monetary things. So you thought that, whenever you seen your parents together, you seen them and you thought that was real love. And then you invited that into your life, not realizing that that was going to be a lesson. You said day of jail release, trash every piece of clothing worn. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I know we got to have money to live, but there's a difference from you worshiping these monetary things and all of this stuff. There is a way difference. And it's draining being with somebody because they don't got $100,000 in their pocket. And it's like, you're draining as fuck. Like, won't you just live life? Won't you just be thankful that your ass is breathing today? Because this is the thing is, say you got 1 million in the account, but guess what? They got you locked in the house and you can't go nowhere and spend that money. Then what you gonna do? You ain't got a store that you can go and swipe that card at. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go in there in the kitchen and find something to eat? Cause you can't come out that door, right? And you got 1 million in the bank and you can't do shit with that money because it don't mean nothing. Do y'all remember COVID? Hmm. Gotcha. But you see what I'm saying? There was there was nowhere for you to go. The whole world was shut down. You had to sit down. And some of us, we took that time to really do that work. And then there were some people. Okay, you got to think. All these people running around the matrix, right? And they was out, and they turned into alcoholics. They didn't know what to do. Uh, they was over here living in a house with kids or a husband or wife they don't even really know because they've been hustling and bustling this whole time, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. There. Hey, listen. You said you've been watching me for a while. What do I say about earth signs? They ain't gonna argue with you. They're gonna go back to work. They do not care about emotions. They care about material things. That's it. So if you want to marry somebody for money, go marry you a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. They're workaholics. They don't show no love. They're detached. They do not care. Okay? Yeah. Go marry your earth sign. Cause if that's what you're marrying for is money, and there it is. But now let me tell you about you marrying them for money. You equally gotta work hard too, because they're not finna take care of your ass. And they're gonna put that out there, and they're gonna be very clear about that. If I'm going to work, you're going to work. What's going on? They may not even share their finances with you as well. You see, that's what I'm saying. People need to be careful with their intentions and what they're doing here, right? Mm-hmm. That's like if you don't like showing emotions, go get you a low vibrational air sign. They're cold as a cucumber. They don't show emotions. Motherfuckers don't want to hear the truth though. If you don't like somebody that's all clingy and somebody that's not lovey dovey and everything, go get your air sign. They're not. That ain't them. That ain't how they roll. And don't start crying in front of them, because they're gonna be looking at you saying, "What's going on here?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly why. Because the fire sign wants to be loved, the earth sign just wants riches, and the air sign don't know how to show emotion. So it's like the fire sign feels like they're stuck, and then the water signs are too emotional. Do you see? So it's like, okay, everybody got to balance this shit out. Okay, like what's going on here? Mm-hmm. Now, if you find these signs that are evolved, air sign is going to be very caring, but they will have a limit, right? Earth sign will share with you, but they're not going to put up with the excuses. Okay, the fire sign is going to sit over here, and they're going to feel your energy and figure out what you're doing. If your actions ain't lining up with what your mouth says, it's over. They're going to cut ties, right? Water signs, they're going to self-sabotage with their emotions, because they say one thing but then they turn around and do another, right, with that manipulation. But a high vibrational one is going to observe the situation before they start giving you their emotions. All signs right now, all elements is finding that balance of where they feel short and where they was always that people pleaser, given to this situation, given to that one, right? And everybody is figuring this out, like, yeah, we can't do this. This is not working. Because it's all about that equal give and take. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. My nose itching. That's confirmation, child. Listen now. Because you don't want your life partner to be somebody that's cold and greedy and grimy, and you know what I'm saying? Like if you lose your job, they're looking at you and saying, well, what are you going to do? Because I can't help you. Y'all see what I'm saying? As the sirens. And people are looking at these type of people and they're like, what do you mean? Okay, look. But you see what I'm saying? Because the same people you were showing compassion for could be the same people like that I just explained. They're cold. They're calculated. They don't give a fuck. They only care about their monetary gain. And y'all, some of these people literally come in to use you and use your energy. And once they was done using you, then that's whenever it's over with, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. But sometimes we have to let that go, right? Because how many times have we find ourselves keep feeling that situation, and it's like, let me go back to the drawing board. Why is this not working out, right? And it's like, okay, so this happened, this happened. Okay, sometimes you got to go re-examine that, and the fixed signs is starting to understand this. As much as you want this to work out, Gotta go back to the drawing board. Why is your ship still sinking? Where is the leak? Right? Fine tuning things. And that's really, really important. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that right there is what is being shined on. Is somebody being evil to you, and you're sitting over here and you're like, let me see that again. Mm-mm. You don't need to see it again. You need to pay attention. Because, see, this is the thing. When somebody's down, you see who they are. And whenever somebody's up, you see who they are. Pay attention to that. Is that person the same person that they was when they was up? Was they still kind and nice to you? Or did they just kind of like shove you away and be like you didn't even exist? Pay attention to that. Because somebody's showing you who they are. And 2025 could have showed you who somebody was. And it's like, wow, I didn't know that you have that evil in you. That's why people's blessings are being snatched away because how they treated you. And it's like, hold on, what just happened here? Because God wanted to give somebody a sample of something good to see how they was going to do and how they was going to treat it, okay, and love it. They didn't. And you could have been somebody's blessing, and somebody fumbled you, okay, and now they're going through karma and they don't understand why, but it's how they handled you whenever God was literally giving them a piece of their blessing, saying, this could be your future here. How are you going to handle this? Are you going to take the lead? Are you going to be kind to others? Or are you going to lose sight? And somebody could have literally went back to their old ways as soon as they got that blessing as well. And Spirit's like, okay, let me go on and get that back. Come on over here. Yeah, something about that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Hey, that's the weirdest thing when you ain't heard from somebody in like 20 something years, 10 years, and they reach out to you. That kind of makes me look sideways. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, but you've been like social media friends on Facebook this whole time, and this person, they literally are, and I know life be lifing, okay? Don't get me wrong, okay? But it's like, damn, it makes you question things. It's like what's going on here? That's wild. Like I was just a insta message away. Like yeah, yeah, yeah. Why did you keep that distance between us? And what is it that you need to tell me? Cause see now that you're woke, you're aware, and it's like, oh well, you used to run with that old friend circle over there. They heard that y'all fell out. This doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Why you been keeping your distance from me, and now all of a sudden you just popping up? There it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like some of these people they was involved in some shit and they are now like trying to slide back in and be like, oh, you know what? Won't you come over here and we'll do a girls' night. We'll drink some wine. We'll have this, and you're like, oh, I don't even what. Sis, I run a whole business now. I don't even drink wine. I don't. Oh, you're not. No, I don't do none of that. I'm busy tomorrow. I got this, I got that going on. Kids in college. You see what I'm saying? And somebody's finding out how well you're doing in life, but the whole time they've been watching how well you've been doing. Pay attention, y'all. There was other things that they needed to know that you wasn't posting on that social media page. So it's like, okay, let me move in closer because now I need to get in and have a FaceTime conversation or a upfront conversation. Mm-hmm. That's why it's really, really important to feel the energy and be like, should I have this conversation? Mm-hmm. Why do y'all think after they leave you and they break your heart and do the things, the next relationship that they have, they might even go through like two or three or four different relationships, and it's gonna be broken. Mm-hmm. That's wild. Mm-hmm. What I say? Coming in to check your temperature. Mm-hmm. And didn't we just have Venus that um transited as well? So it was like now that harmony and that balance is put back in place. Was that Libra that went into Venus and things was being balanced out, I think? One of the signs went in that was real, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you know what's so wild about that? Is a lot of people, their name is not their name and their birthday is not their birthday. That's not their time of birth. That's not their all that stuff, right? So people will do spell work on somebody based off of the birthday they put up, right? On say Facebook or a name they put up there. When in actual reality, this person, all their information was changed at birth or whenever they was a child. So now they're sitting over here and they're waiting for their spell work to work, and whatever they wrote out in the petition or whatever they took or whatever they done, and none of this stuff hits you. And somebody is so irritated with this because they don't know what to do. Y'all remember I was talking about that. Some of the collective story is that ain't your information. They got all the wrong stuff. I'm just saying. And they keep waiting and waiting and waiting for this to work. It's not working. That's why some of these people are so irritated. Also, if you've already found out that your information is not your information, that's another thing. So whoever changed your information is irritated because you know who you are, right? That could go both ways. Mm-hmm. And for my people that's resonating with what I just said about that, I want y'all to pay attention because you are very, very powerful and you come from a very powerful family. If a motherfucker changed your name, your birthday, social security number, and all of this stuff, yeah. That's it. Because, see, what was meant to be bad actually turned out good. And a lot of people don't see that. They won't see the other side. Like, if something goes on in my life, y'all, I turn it into a positive. I'm like, okay, God, what are we doing here? Because I know this didn't happen to me. I know this happened for me. So let me sit down and figure out what you trying to say to me right now. And a lot of people don't like that you're sitting in this type of energy and you're starting to get a better understanding of how God's speaking to you through certain things that's happening in your life. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because like if something goes on right and you look at the tower that fell and you're like, let me go back. What was the signs that I missed with this? Then you're like, man, Spirit was trying to show me this, and then they done this, and then this happened, and this happened. How the hell did I miss this? Y'all see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. 1983 or 1976 could be significant. Did y'all see that mother that kidnapped the child in 1983? She just got arrested. She kidnapped her daughter. She just got arrested the other day. Was that down in Florida, babe? I said, was that down in Florida? That woman that got arrested that kidnapped her daughter in 1983. Was that down in Florida? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. 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 That's exactly right. And can't nobody take that away. And that's why, we always say when there's an ending, don't try to catch that tower. Let it fall. Let that ending happen. And that's just like these different timelines that we're on and people being left behind. on things like this. This is divine intervention. This is divine timing happening. So it's like, don't try to go and catch it because your ass gonna get caught up in that tower, right? Mm-hmm. I'm picking up somebody's very intimidated with the knowledge that you have. Cause somebody always like spoke to you and tried to dumb you down. Like you was illiterate. You didn't know what was going on. But somebody didn't know how spiritually in tune you was really. Okay. Um Something about this. And now you're being celebrated for this. The star card, and you have movement here, and you didn't fall for this temptation, and you left the past behind. Yeah, this definitely could have been somebody that was in your life that always tried to dumb you down and treat you some type of way. Hey, babies. And somebody's not getting a new beginning here, and they're stuck in this Five of Swords energy. What's going on? Tell me about this energy. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. This could be somebody, y'all, that has a very, very high IQ. Like somebody could be so brilliant, this motherfucker's crazy. Type shit. Mm-hmm. And somebody don't have no power. And they tried to undermine you with the third party here. And you still got your Ten of Cups here. Yeah, somebody's carrying a lot of burdens. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody can have a lot of book sense, but they don't got common sense. They don't got street sense. They don't have spiritual sense. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. When you got book sense, street sense, and spiritual, okay? Have you ever heard of book smarts? If you got book smarts, spiritual smarts, and street smarts, listen now. Knowledge is power. We always talk about that. And you carrying all three, somebody here can't touch you. And there's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This motherfucker could have went to college and got 5 degrees and knows how to speak 7 different languages and knows this and knows that. But it's a tower. Okay, my whole device just split off. Somebody's pissed off. Okay. Somebody cannot touch your spiritual knowledge, and this is tearing somebody up because they're like, I can't go read this in a book. Now you can. What did I tell y'all about these cards? What did I tell y'all about these cards? Somebody can go read the book all day long, but they are not going to read them like you because they don't pick up on the energy like you do. Pay attention. See what I'm saying? This could be somebody that's very, very fucking smart here. Harvard Law School smart. And they can't defeat you when it comes to spirituality or the spiritual realm because you outrank somebody here spiritually. And I could be talking to my seers, clairvoyant, clairaudient. Okay, you got all your clairs open. Listen, you can smell the shit where it's coming a mile away. Yeah, see what I'm saying? This is somebody that thinks that they have it all figured out, and you're over here and you're seeing things, and you're like, shit, no, you don't either. Life ain't even started fucking you yet. Okay. Because somebody thinks they're so smart they can manipulate everything, and that's not the case. You can't go manipulating everything because that's what it is. Yeah, because you think that's what you're gonna do. You cannot go and manipulate shit, okay? When it comes to spirituality. Yes. When Saturn, Mars, Sun conjuncts happens in Pisces signs means it's a clear indication of death of the partner and accidents. Now, is that like metaphorically speaking, or are we talking about like physically speaking when you have that transit with the Pisces in it? Because I know Mars is the planet of war. And you know what, Lady Ann, I'm gonna tell you something. That's a key factor. Whenever you know you got free will, you not finna let no bitch come in and spiritually motherfucking try to manipulate you. Cause your spirit team gonna let you know what that hoe doing. Listen now, don't come over here playing. Cause guess what? I'm gonna give you the God, and I'm gonna let my spirit team rock your ass. I ain't even gonna say nothing, cause I already know what you've been doing back there. I'm gonna stay up out of the way. Okay. I don't give a fuck how many books sense you got, how much money your people, your parents got. I don't give a fuck where you come from. I don't give a fuck what kind of college you went to or whatever else. None of that matters when it comes to spirituality and what you over there throwing out to the universe. I mean, listen now. I said what I said. I don't care how many people your people knows and what you gonna. None of that matters when it comes to you starting a spiritual warfare against somebody. Like no, and y'all people are clueless. They don't get this. Okay, so that would make sense about what's going on right now with all the deaths, and then we just heard shooting outside. And you know what? There was a woman that was shot by a partner right up through here just like maybe a month ago. And then my husband just heard like 10 to 12 shots. Okay, that would make sense. And then right down the street, there was a woman, a wife that was shot by the side piece. Y'all, real time. She was shot and killed by the side piece. She went to the house looking for her husband. Right down the street here. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for the gifts. I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Well, Norma Jean, let me just tell you, go get you a spiritual shower, call your energy back, and send that energy back to the universe. Okay? And get out and light you a nice white candle for protection and call on your beloved ancestors to handle your business. And that's it. That's all. But make sure you cleanse your energy. They'll cover your head too. And sometimes we have to do it multiple times a day. I ain't gonna lie. My husband will tell y'all. Whenever I was, hey babies, yes ma'am. When I was over there on my old channel, I took probably about 7 spiritual baths or showers a day. That's how much karmic energy that I was swimming in and that was swimming around me. And I didn't realize it. I did not realize how many karmics was just swimming everywhere. I mean, I was in a whole ocean of sharks ready to eat my ass. And I was so gullible because I just wanted to help everybody. I thought everybody needed VG. No, baby. No. No, they didn't need me. They needed my energy. Yeah. And a weight was lifted up off of me it's hard to explain the weight that lifted up off of my shoulders and things like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that means, okay, if you're using that much, let me tell you something about um hmm if you have to spiritually cleanse yourself, we need to start checking energies around us. Cause I was spending so much money, y'all, on Palo Santo, sage, Epsom salt, herbs, trying to just keep everything cleansed until I started checking the energies around me. Okay. But see, that all ties into the finances as well. What type of karmic energies are swimming around you? Are they siphoning your finances? And, I mean, what's really going on here? Did you start dealing with somebody and then shit started escalating out of control and like you something ain't right here? You see what I'm saying? That is your health is connected to your wealth, right? And or is it your relationship with money? You hold on to it so much it's hard to come in, right? And it's you're pushing it back because you need this. You're always thinking about, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You see what I'm saying? Don't do that. We just visualize everything being taken care of and that's it. See what I'm saying? So everything that comes to us, it flows. We're it's coming into us, right? Now you're in that motion and you're manifesting everything that you want. Visualize it, write it down. Everything's taken care of. That's why I always speak into existence. I'm like, Spirit, I know my bills gonna be paid this month and we're gonna have everything we need. That's it, that's all. Thank you. And everything just flows, right? Somebody could be born in 1985 and they're about to have a really bad year. Whoever this energy is. Mm-hmm. Baby, let me tell you something about that magical vinegar. Vinegar is a very, very good cleanser, especially like a floor cleanser. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning your door facings, wiping those off, because y'all know your doors is portals. So, like, what door is mainly used in your house? And put a selenite over the top of it. That cleanses the energy. Put that over the door. Okay. Put some bills on your front door. Okay. So when people come in, it cleanses that energy off of them. Every time your door closes, that bell is going to jiggle, and that's going, whatever was coming in is going to leave. You take the mirrors and you put the mirror facing your door. Because that mirrors the energy back out. Yes. You're welcome. Y'all, give me just 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. Y'all let me know if y'all were interested in a $20 mini read, okay? I'll put y'all on the list. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Yeah, feng shui. Mm-hmm. Guys, there's a lot of things that you can feng shui your house and put a lot of things in there. Uh-huh. It's all good. Listen, Red, you came in at a good time. You know, sometimes when your spirit lays you down for a nap, y'all want you to pay attention because somebody could be preparing an attack and you need to be up and be conscious. Okay? Because normally VG is in the bed now. Okay? And, okay, babies, no problem. That's fine. But pay attention, right? Because I need to be up and be conscious because somebody could be sending something. Listen, Miss Jones, I'm telling you, we all up for a reason, okay? It's what? We finna head into Sunday. It's 12:38. We're already into Sunday. That's why. Mm-hmm. Why do y'all think a lot of times you can feel it a little bit, but it doesn't hit you all the way because you're up consciously, and that's why your spiritual hygiene is really important. Crack that window, burn you some Palo Santo, okay? Okay, that I'm telling you. Cleanse your house. You know, I know a lot of people's probably up moving furniture around, getting ready for their family to come in and cleansing that energy out, and you know what I'm saying, things like that, getting ready for Christmas. Mm-hmm. There it is. See, when you know, you know. When does Jupiter go out of retrograde? That's what we need to find out. Cause see, Jupiter is in Cancer right now, and it's in retrograde. Let's see here. When does Jupiter go out of retrograde?
Jupiter is expected to move out of retrograde around mid-March of 2026, which is specifically March 10th or 11th. This follows a retrograde period that began in Cancer on November 11th, 2025.
So, all right. It's not coming out of retrograde until 2026 of March. Mm-hmm. March 10th or the 11th. Inward focus. This is telling you to slow down to re-elevate your goals, spiritual beliefs, and emotional security. Themes. Expect reflection on home, family, personal fulfillment, and redefining what abundance means to you. Use this time for soul searching and planning so you can move forward with clear intentions once Jupiter turns direct again. So, what was I saying? You're releasing things like your relationship with money, looking at the, fine tuning things around the house, bills, people, places, things, right? So that's why we was talking about, with 2026 coming in, people's feelings are going to be hurt. Hmm. Yes. Yes. Because the betrayals is going to be so deep with this, like you said, with your best friends, your neighbors, and from younger siblings and relatives. That could turn into a whole crime spree. That's why I said don't fight with these people. Forgive them and release them, and not let them back into your circle, right? Because that's so important. You see what I'm saying? And yes. And if you already saw it, wash your hands with it. You see what I'm saying? Because now the whole setup is I gotta trigger you. Cause now I gotta make sure that you go down with me. Cause see that betrayal was you already done escaped the setup, right? So now you're looking and saying, hold up, why are you back around? I gotta get you back in. I gotta get you tied back into some shit. This is where dusting yourself off and I say forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is for you. It ain't for them. Forgive yourself for putting up with this shit for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, hold on. Cause y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, these holidays, what I say, these people utilize these type of holidays. Yes. Mm-hmm. That part. See, this is the thing. If somebody's focused on your resources and not their journey, they want your resources. And look, what was he? Okay, what's our astrologer talking about here? Pisces. Okay, Pisces is and then Virgo's the opposite of Pisces, right? So look what you got coming out here. Virgo and Pisces. Wasn't the Virgo in the South Node? And Pisces was in the North Node? Or was it SWAT? I think, yeah, that was right. Virgo was in the South Node. And Pisces. Pisces has been real active for a very long time now. Because, see, there's somebody here that's been so focused on your resources and not their journey. What we say about that greedy ass Virgo? Low vibrational. And Virgo has been in the South Node. So there is a lesson from a Virgos here. Why are you so focused on other people's resources when you need to be focused on your journey? Mm-hmm. And see, you're getting messages here. See, if somebody has Virgo highly aspected in their chart, right? That's going to be very significant. Somebody could just be focused on finances. That's it. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about healing. They don't care about this. They don't care about none of that. Forgiveness, all of that stuff, right? And see, now these people are being set down and they have to look at thyself. And when that mirror is raised up, some people can't handle what's coming, like what they see in the mirror, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yes. And then look, here comes Big Daddy Saturn. What we've been saying about Big Daddy Saturn. Here he comes. And folks can't handle when Big Daddy Saturn comes in because he's going to make things the structure, right? That's where the structure comes in. Eighth house mystery. So say you got Saturn in the eighth house. Something has been a mystery and the structure is about to come through, okay? And something about resources. Mm-hmm. And y'all, FYI too, it depends on what type of astrology you follow. Do you follow Western, Vedic, um, things like that, right? Or tropical? Because see, you're going to be a different sign or different placements in each one of those. It just depends on what you follow. Hmm. That's why, when you go down the rabbit hole of astrology, it's like you got to have an open mind and really looking at it. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it is. It can get very confusing. That's why I like to find an astrologer that will kind of break it down and be like, listen, this week is gonna be full of shit. Okay, like you've got Mars over here conjunct with this and this and this. Just know that it's gonna be a lot of confusion and people are gonna get exposed and they're not gonna like this mirror that's put up here, right? I like the astrologers like that can that will just, hey, listen, this is what's happening, but let me just tell you about the toilet and the shit show that's happening right now. Yeah. See Sagittarius expansion in reverse. Mars. See, people want to fight, and this is stopping their expansion, but all they're worried about is resources, but they're over here, they're fighting their own self. It's like you want expansion, but you're doing this and you're doing that, right? You said reason being Virgo sign is in the 12th house from Libra sign, and Pisces is in the 6th house of relationships. So, okay, there it is. Mm-hmm. Do you see how that's being broken down? So now you got people in relationships that is sitting here saying, okay, we got to look at our resources. What's going on here? What's happening here? And do y'all see how tarot has been um, correlating with the astrology and what's going on right now? Because every day, y'all, you have the signs moving. So you can go look at a daily astrology report of where the planets are and what's going on for just that day, right? Because they're moving constantly. They don't never stop. See, and that's the thing is people don't understand. Every millisecond there is there's something going on with astrology and something is moving. And what degree is it moving in, right? So it's like, wow. So right now we have Jupiter that's staying in retrograde in Cancer until March of 2026. So this is time to sit down with your resources and look at them and say, okay, what are we going to do here? How is this happening? What's happening here? What's happening here? Because you still got a few more months, right? Yeah. So this is what December. So January's coming up. January, February, March. You got 3 months of sitting here looking at your finances and saying, okay, looking at your resources. So the people that's not on their journey, that's all they're focused on is this right here and not balancing other things out in their life. That's where the mind comes in with the Aries, okay? People's mind ain't gonna be right because all they focused on was resources, 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 and not balancing out spiritually, right? See that Aries moon? So you wanna get yourself balanced, because whenever Aries is starting to be active, that's gonna affect the mind. You don't want to be in your head about, okay, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? Make sure you already got you a plan of action and where you're going. And that's the thing, is like, a lot of people don't have a plan for next month, right? And they're sitting here and they're like all in their head about it, and it's like, no, you want to make sure that you have your plans together, right? Because see, that's what I have been talking about. Like, you need to sit down and look at futuristic. Where is your resources? Okay, is this a solid resource that you have, or has this been kind of rocky and you don't know what's going on? Is like something not being steady here? What's happening? Is this something dependable? Right? A good cry is good for you. See, the retrograde, focusing on your passion and your alliance here. Who are you aligning with? Introspection. See, 12th house coming up. You see what I'm saying? It's so much that's happening here, and you want to make sure that your resources is something or somebody, a job or whatever that you can count on right now. And the whole world is having to look at this right now. Because how many people walked in work and they got their pink slip and said you're laid off or you're terminated? See what I'm saying? So it's like you're having to do a fine tooth comb of resources and what you need to look at here. That's why I was saying, y'all don't be stressing yourself out about these holidays. Pay your bills. Pay your bills. Take care of that and do what you can do. Okay? Don't sit here and stress yourself out about something that you have no possible control over, right? Listen, they gonna be fine. Promise you, okay? It's gonna be a Christmas to remember. I was talking about how when we went into December, this was gonna be a month to remember, because child, listen, ain't nothing gonna be the same ever again. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that makes sense too. I seen a Virgo that just got locked up. Mm-hmm. Hey, hey. Because somebody's not investigating something. They're not seeing the signs or symbolisms. Because somebody here is, ooh, stinging themselves. You're gonna get it, y'all. Listen, let me tell y'all something. You've had people that has been on this journey for 10 years, 20 years, right? You've had people been on this journey for 7 years. I promise you, it takes time. This is not something, that you're gonna wake up to and be like, oh, okay, I understand it all. Y'all, I'm still digging deep, okay? That's why, once you start really, really digging deep and getting into it, you don't have time to worry about what the hell, why ain't your karmics got their karma yet, okay? Pay attention. Because guess what? You're too busy learning. You're too busy studying. You done, now your ass done got a whole damn library of books over here, and you're doing this, and you're mingling with your soul family and conversing with them, and they're teaching you this, and they're showing you. See what I'm saying? Like, you don't have time to focus on the bullshit over here. Y'all had to put my device on charger. Okay, you said Virgo signs and Pisces signs are the divorce signs. Okay, that makes sense. You know what's so wild is I was married to a Virgo, and my father is a Virgo, and I was raised by one. So yeah, let's talk about it, shall we? Hey, that combination right there. Mm-hmm. See? Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Sorry. Hold on one second. I gotta get all my stuff out of the way. Yeah, it's just so much. That's how you know that you're truly dedicated to your journey whenever you are like really diving into it, and then you don't even have the want to look over here anymore, right? And it makes a lot of difference. Yep, Leslie, I just seen it come through, baby. What would you like to read on? Why did you take Leslie out? Babe, babe, why did you take Leslie out? She just paid for a reading.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm not listening. All I seen was what I need to lie. My bad. She don't lie.
Okay, Leslie, sorry about that. Is somebody's trying to block you, ain't they? That's confirmation my husband is, okay? Leslie, where are you at? Make sure that she's unblocked, babe, because I don't see nothing of her commenting. Okay. I see her now. There she is. Leslie, you got somebody that's blocking you, okay? Uh, from any type of monetary gain here. Who is around you, Leslie? Because somebody keeps breadcrumbing you to avoid a tower. Whoever you're around, that's it's like they're a bad seed. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody's a bad seed. He wishes ill will on you all the time. And I know you probably don't want to hear this right now, but he's a big enemy. Look, look, my throat chakra. He just wants you to shut up and be quiet about the past. Don't talk about what happened with the family. He just wants you to keep the peace, and you ain't supposed to be talking about this stuff. Yes, he does. Tell me what's going on with Leslie's situation here, with this blockage here. He wants to make sure you don't win, Six of Wands. He wants to make sure that you don't get no type of victory. Yep, he wants to make sure you don't move to calmer waters. Okay. That's very interesting. You said the Virgo is the sixth house of conflict, diseases, and deaths. And when anyone's mind or, let's say, moon passes through the Virgo sign, that person's mind is disturbed. Wow. Hey, love, what's going on? I feel like your brother sabotages your relationships, whoever you bring around. You know what? Okay, I know this is going to sound really, really strange. I don't know if you believe in past lives or not, but why do I feel like in a past life, your brother was your partner? And it's like in this lifetime, he's very, very weird. Like every time you try to get into a relationship or something, he's always interfering. He'll end shit. Okay? Type shit. Okay? He might even have some kind of weird attraction to you, and you're over here and you're like, what this is? And this is what it is. Because in a past life, he was your partner. And see, that's what's going on right now with a lot of brothers and sisters. Uh-huh. I'm doing mini reads. If you would like one, I got you. You said I was just telling him how my baby daddy asked me to drive like an hour away, offered no gas money. And see, he feeds off that energy when you tell him about your baby daddy and how he's a piece of shit and how he does this and how, you see what I'm saying? It's like he waits for you to come and give him that energy to tell him so he can just keep on. Well, don't worry about it, sis. I got you. I'll take care of this. I'll take care of that. And you like, what's this weird shit? Pay attention now. Every helping hand ain't a helping hand. Yes. You said the moon sign. Okay. And also that's the mother wounds as well in the moon sign. That's something else that I was studying about. Mm-hmm. So that's why, yeah, we always tell you to watch your moon, your rising, um, Venus sign, North Node, South Node. Them is yeah. But the three big ones is what? The sun, the moon, and the rising. That's the three big signs. Is that correct? Hey, hey, what's going on? No, I'm not doing the zodiac signs. I'm doing mini reads, and I just done a collective message. If y'all would like to do a $20 mini read, just send it to my Cash App or PayPal, and I'll do it for you, Libra and Gemini. Yeah, I got y'all. Yeah, right now I'm doing another mini read though for somebody else, and it'll be for your own personal situation. It won't be for like collective or anything. Got you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've been good. How you been? Leslie, where you at, doll? Okay. I feel like yeah, he don't want you to have no victory. He don't want you to move to calmer waters, and he feeds off of the situation with you and your baby's father. I would not tell him anything else. Okay, and just look, do this as an experiment, right? The next time that you bring up something about your baby's father, I want it to be positive. Okay, say yeah, he sent me gas money. He sent me money for the kids, whatever. Right? Watch how he reacts. I want you to test this theory because I'm telling you, he be on some weird type of time, and you don't. It's like infatuation, and you don't see it, right? Ooh, that make my crown feel some type of way, and then my dog started crying a little bit. Ace of Cups. Look, the Emperor in reverse. I'm telling you, he wants you to think that that's your Emperor in reverse. Maybe your baby daddy fell on hard times. Okay, maybe he's learning lessons. Whatever the case may be. But this one right here is always interfering. And I'm telling you, you're about to see this. With the moon card in reverse, you're about to see this clearly. Four of Pentacles in reverse. He wants to make sure that you and him don't ever have an opportunity to even be able to co-parent, right? Because at some point with children, you want to find that balance where y'all can just co-parent and things just, it's just about the kids, right? He don't want that though. Tell me about you and your brother's childhood. Does he always use the terms, I need to protect you? I need to protect you. But really, you need protecting from him. Because I feel like he was the monster from your childhood. I'm going to be honest. Look, 111 on the clock. Gotcha. Okay. Hmm. That's very interesting. So he was even like he lived in a different home. So what was going on in his home over there? Somebody's definitely doing some celebrating, so somebody don't get a new beginning. Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. What is that? That's that silver spoon. Mm-hmm. I feel like you're being called to let him loose. Cause like I said, he don't want you to get opportunities. Okay, and like I said, blocking your money, blocking you is something that he's really really hyper focused on. And see, and then when you say stepbrother, you see what I'm saying? There's turmoil right there because of the circumstances. You see what I'm saying? Lots of circumstances. See, there could have been a mother issue. Queen of Cups in reverse. Mm-hmm. As I was getting ready to say it, I was getting ready to say a karmic narcissistic mother. He carries heavy traits of this. This is a generational cycle that he's got to break, though. Yeah, the chariot. He's got to move on from this type of energy. Yeah, obsession. There's some kind. The devil's in the details. He envies you because you're a hard worker too. Because no matter what you go through, Leslie, you always still get through it and you still make a way, and he can't stand this. He hates this. And then my dog is over here crying. Mm-hmm. Ooh. 2 2 2 1 o'clock. You're doing the right thing by moving forward with away from this energy though, Leslie. Yeah, cause you don't need no fucking third party interfering with what you and your baby's father already got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. It's already toxic as hell. You don't need somebody else adding to fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? Cause you're gonna be dropping this 10 of wands and leaving this shit behind here and getting you a new beginning. You see what I'm saying? Just distance yourself from this energy as much as you possibly can. And like I said, listen, test his ass. Be like, oh well, me and him's fine. This is going on, that's going on, but I want it to be positive, right? And check his temperature. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, all you want to hear is the bad shit, huh? Because that's what makes him happy. Anything bad going on in your life and you tell him, he's happy as hell. He celebrates that. Excuse me. Mm. And this is the type of energy that you don't want to go with you. Anybody that celebrates bad shit that's going on, nah, that ain't good at all. And that's not an energy you want to take with you. Okay, love. Y'all, I'm gonna hit this singing bowl. Hey, that's deep too. Wait, look, babe, did you read that right there? Virgo signs carry the energy of debt, disease, conflicts, and enemies. And when both moon, sun comes in Virgo, sign, both mind and soul is affected. That's why Virgo season, y'all, feel so toxic. I'm gonna be honest. Virgo season tears my ass up. Cause see, yeah, it's that energy is so fucking low vibrational, and it's like, please, can I get some high vibrational Virgos? It's already ascended, cause that shit be dragging the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's why I always like I tell y'all about spiritual cleansing and spiritual hygiene. Cause I'm telling you, especially whenever you have them certain Virgo placements, you have to make sure that your eating habits is on point, your spiritual hygiene's on point, staying around high vibrational people, things like this, and being careful who comes in and out, because you do not want to get in that type of energy. Yes. Cause I'm telling you, it'll drain your spirit. Mm-hmm. It will drain the shit out of your spirit. And you're sitting over here and you're like, Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So this is almost kind of like the message I was given about some people are just come here to meant to be karmics. They keep repeating the same South Note lesson. That's like a contract that they signed to continue to be that low vibrational soul that comes in to teach lessons. Because you remember the other night we was talking about, and I say I was what last night I was talking about how what's the deal with like you'll watch somebody that destroyed you, you know what I'm saying, and try to break your spirit. You got out of that and you watched them move on to the next person and destroy them and the next person and destroy them. And you've watched this cycle just go on for years after generations, and you're sitting here like, when is spirit gonna come in and stop them? You know what I'm saying? It's like how many people, how many lives are they gonna be able to destroy with that having to answer for it, right? And it's like, what's going on here? Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Right. Because see, you found something high vibrational to really, really focus on. And that's the biggest thing. You replace that with something high vibrational with whatever used to affect you back then, right? Mm-hmm. So family, I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to go lay it down, okay? I'm gonna get some rest and I will see y'all probably about the same time that I did today, probably about uh 1 o'clock, noon, something like that. Yeah, got you. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, I want to send everybody some love, light, and healing. Y'all take care of yourself. Thank you so much for all the information about the astrology. Thank you so much for showing up for us. We greatly appreciate you so much. It just helps everybody understand way more than just, that current energy. And let's get into the depths and the souls and what's disturbing it, right? And let's pull up out of that, right? That's really, really important. All right, so family, I just want to send everybody some love, light, and healing. Y'all take care of yourself, and I will see y'all later on this afternoon. Peace.